Might as well just shoot it.
I'm going. It's rolling.
Hey, my name is Clare. This is a video about anger and TicTacs. Pay attention to this space next to me. This message is especially for residents of New York State. New York State has a lot of problems right now. We owe our schools $4 billion. That's a court mandate, and rightfully so. We have a climate that we need to completely change our economy for in order to avert crisis. We're already in crisis. We have, I think it's 80,000 homeless people in our state that need housing. We need to spend money on these problems, and that means that we need to bring in some money. So I've been looking into some of the suggestions for taxes that people have been trying to get through the state legislature repeatedly. And I was doing the math to trying to understand what's the problem. I mean, aside from people freaking out about taxes. Are we just asking too much? Like, is it too much of a burden? What's up? So in order to explain the next part, you got to understand what buying power is. Buying power is 5 cents buys you 2 TicTacs. Now, I bought these in New York City, so they were significantly more than 2.5 cents each. But one single TicTac, 2.5 cents. That's all you need to know. So one of the taxes that they have been trying to get passed is called the Ultra Millionaires tax. And it is asking people whose income is above $5 million per year. It's asking them to pay a certain amount over what they're already paying. I did the math. I did the math like 8 times, and it was midnight, and I was emailing people, can you check my math? Because I couldn't believe this. What we are asking people who make $5 million a year to pay on top of what they're already paying per dollar is half a cent. Is half a cent per dollar. That's not even a TicTac. What we're asking people who make $10 million a year to pay, 1.03 cents. Again, not even a TicTac per dollar above what they're already paying. And what we're asking people who make $100 million a year to pay per dollar is 1.17 cents. Did I mention that this video is about anger? There's another tax called, it's the stock transfer tax. We already collect it, but we automatically rebate it. And I crunched the numbers on this. There's a range that we're asking for. The highest one that we're asking for is for any stock that the share costs $20. We're asking for 5 cents. $20 is 400 TicTacs, not boxes, individual TicTacs. And we are asking for 2. And the third one that we're asking for is to close a loophole whereby hedge fund millionaires would start paying the same tax rate as everybody else. It would be 17% more than what they're already paying. And for reference, the hedge fund manager who made the most money last year made $2 billion in 1 year. So I don't understand why we haven't passed these yet. And when you hear taxes and you hear people talking about raising taxes, just think about TicTacs. Because we're barely asking for TicTacs. The total of those 3 taxes for New York State to spend on education and climate and housing and everything else that we need would be anywhere from $12 billion up to $15 billion, and possibly more than that. It would, in fact, mean that we would be running a responsible government, collecting money from people who wouldn't even feel it. So let's talk about anger. I used to have the choice to get angry, and I would choose it a lot. I was well read about national and international politics, and I would read things, I would choose to hear things, and I would get angry. And because I'm white, then I could let it rest if I wanted to. And over the last few years, I'm angry every day. I'm angry all day, every day. And the way that I've learned to live with it is I've trained it. I conduct it like electricity. And when I start to feel it surge, which is at least once a day, I just imagine a giant dog sitting right next to me. A Great Dane. And that's my anger. And we get a lot of shit done because we don't freak out. I just take my anger for a walk and I get some shit done in politics. And this is how I'm gonna be angry long term as a lifestyle, and how I'm gonna keep working to change things. And there are so many women like me who have also learned how to walk every day with their rage, and who understand they're still on learning curves from the people who have been angry every day, all day, for years and decades, and have been working and working and working to change things. We're still learning from them, and we're adding everything we can, and we're not gonna stop. So get yourself a Great Dane.